Trucker Television is brought to you by Locomote Systems, transportation specialists. The Havelock Country Jamboree, Canada's largest outdoor country music festival. Day and Ross, owner, operator driven. Trucker Television, celebrating life on the road. This week on Trucker Television, we're hauling heavy with Kevin from Locomote Systems, rolling with the Challenger Motor Freight Windmill Transport Team. Our rig of the week is a cool Bickle-Seagrave. But first, we're hanging with Ashley in his cool Pete.
Same file number for both of them?
Number 262.
Yeah, and I will tell you.
All right, cool. Thanks, Gerb. See you later, Julie. Mark. Lo and behold, 2 years later, Ashley Spence, officially a broker, Laidlaw Carriers. Here we go. Let's go get our trailer. Hopefully he unhooks and boogies away. He's probably tired. Been up all night. Give her a little tug test here. And we're hooked. We're gonna give her a bath anyway, so we won't have to worry about cleaning them off. A little foggy there. Yeah, we're good. Doesn't look like it's gonna be the nicest day neither.
What are you going to tell me going east? Where does it start, Brad?
Roads were dry in Woodstock there. Well, they weren't dry, but it wasn't snowing nearly this bad.
Trying to get all the way to London, right? Ashley?
All right, appreciate that. You have yourself a good day.
Yeah, you have a second one for
Yeah, bye for now. There's so much going on, right? Like I've done everything on this board. Like everything that Laidlaw's thrown at me, I've done it. So you get the experience before you jump in, right? Like I know what entails, and I think they pushed most of their guys to do that. So you're not stuck doing one thing all the time. Like if you like trucking, or it's what you do, right? Like you want to have as much involvement as possible in it. So I always liked what I was driving here. You know, I've drove an arrangement of different trucks, right? Over the last couple of years anyway. So coming over here, I've looked for a year to find a truck, brought a couple in, got the one over, but I finally got my hands on the right one, and it seems to be the right step to make. Oh, look at this ramp. Oh, brutal. There's nothing on that but ice. Oh, brutal. I just have the same mindset as I did when I was a company driver, right? Like, you still have your bills to pay, you know, so it's, when I was a company driver, I still worked my butt off. Like, it's not, but here you go home, it's not, you don't turn the key off now and go home. It's, you turn the key off, look around your truck, try to remember what you found throughout the day to go and pick that up in the morning or at that night to get it back to the truck for the next day, or you wash it on the weekends. You don't take the weekend off. You just save money where you can, right? And me washing my truck every weekend, and And that's, you know, you pay somebody to do that, that's 50, 60 bucks every weekend. That's $200+ in your pocket. And, you know, it only takes you an hour or so you're paying yourself to do it, right? And the last time I went and did it on the weekend, Jenny and the boys all came to the wash bay. We washed the cars, washed the truck, did it all. It took it a little bit longer, but, you know, still with my family, and we got it done, right? So it has to be done. I think there's just a continuous step from here, right? If the truck's good, things pan out, I keep it up to date. The next step is either keeping the truck or upgrading. It's just another day at Laidlaw Carriers.
After the break, a cool Bickle-Seagrave.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division. Join the winning team. Tank Industry Leaders. A professional company with professional drivers. Late model equipment. Local and regional hauling. Now hiring professional drivers. A great place to work. Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division.
It's the #1 training facility for motorcycle mechanics in Canada. The course here is amazing. The teachers are amazing. This is where it's at.
Advanced welding techniques, training for success. Come see our new virtual training lab at advancedwelding.ca.
Call RS 2000. Saving Ontario truckers time and money. Call RS 2000.
Closed captioning, brought to you by Bryson Insurance, fleet and risk management experts.
This was originally a Windsor truck. This was a Bickle-Seagrave, in that it's a Seagrave that was made by the Bickle-Seagrave company in Woodstock, Ontario. It's a 1950. That's the last year of that front end design that's called the waterfall grille. The style of the hood on the tiller truck came up till about 1935, and then they changed over to this style, and there was another style that was on another truck that I've got that was called the Sweetheart grille that came down like this in the middle. And it was in the mid-30s too. So that round hood went up to about 1932 or so, I think it was, and then they started these two kinds of grills after that. So this served in the eastern part of Windsor, in the Walkerville area, and that was where number 3 was. And then when it was finished service so it's a 50, it was finished service in the mid-70s. A couple of firefighters bought it, sat outside for a while. They were going to do something with it, didn't happen. Went to another guy, sat outside for another 10 years or 15 years, I don't know. And this chap in Ann Arbor, Michigan, he bought it and wanted to restore it. And we've got the pictures of it. There was a 7-page article in the Society quarterly magazine that was done on this truck. It took him 7 years to do it. Just an unbelievable restoration on it. This is a 906, I think, cubic inch V12, dual ignition, dual carbs. You can see there's 4 coils on it. So the distributor has got 2 rotors in each one. This one is the opposite of a peach to tune. This takes a lot of work to get this tuned properly. And I'm not sure that we've got it tuned properly yet because it's a little difficult. It's got the siren away up on top. It's got room for the man up the back. So you got a full load of hose in the truck. This is all 2.5-inch hose. If you count the number of outlets on a fire truck, you can, each 2.5-inch outlet is approximately 250 gallons of capacity of the pump. So this one has 4 outlets. 1,000 gallon a minute. The old one in there has 3. It's 750, and then that 1924 has got 2, and they're only 2-inch outlets, and it's a 400 gallon a minute pump. So the firefighters could walk up through and sit up there. You get 4 guys up there, and that was to get them off the tailboard. Although you can see that bar that goes across there, the guys could still stand on the tailboard and hang on and go. But that was a change in safety over time. It's got a wrecking bar in there and one of those Detroit door openers. It's got a very wide range of nozzles on it. Dave put everything back on the truck that would have been in the truck when it was in service, and so it's got every wrench, whether a hybrid wrench or a wrench in relation to any wheel nuts or anything. They're all there. He worked hard to gather them all up. The biggest thing he had trouble finding were the little wee mirrors that are on the side, and he eventually found them at the Detroit fire shops. He just couldn't find them otherwise. They're virtually useless because they're so small and they vibrate like everything, But that's what would have been on the truck. The truck was changed over while it was in service to have what the big long mirrors you call West Coast mirrors on it, with the bars on the stop. But he put everything back the way it was, and it's a beautiful restoration.
After the break, we're hauling heavy with Kevin from Locomote Systems.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division. Join the winning team. Tank industry leaders. A professional company with professional drivers. Late model equipment. Local and regional hauling. Now hiring professional drivers. A great place to work. Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division.
Ontario Truck Driving School. Training for your future. Your path to success. Thousands of jobs.
Dragon Jeans, what Biker TV rides in.
It's the #1 training facility for motorcycle mechanics in Canada.
The course here is amazing. The teachers are amazing. This is where it's at.
Call RS 2000. Saving Ontario truckers time and money. Call RS 2000.
Challenger Motor Freight. Once you get into trucking, it gets in your blood.
There's something about it, you're connected to it. It's that movement of freight, that interaction of man and machine. Join our team and go the distance.
It jumped off on 2 and took it across.
Yep, I didn't know it was backed up though. Nobody said nothing and we're not on 19.
Oh, there you go.
You're leading, just let us know what you're doing.
Going straight by, single lane getting off there. Opens back to double lane here, so I'll try to get to Camden East, see what it's like.
I've been driving for about 8 years. I was looking for something that, you know, I'd get out and see some of the country and that. And trucking, that's the way to see country. Doesn't cost you a lot. You see lots of country. I'm hauling coils. I got 5 coils on. We're heading up into Montreal with them. We'll drop these and then we'll get a reload back haul from another place and back into Hamilton, Stratford. I drive for Locomote Systems Incorporated. Been with them for going on 3 weeks now. Oh, I like it. It's a nice run.
I like running the corridor. I ran the United States of America for 15 years. I run the Hamilton-Montreal corridor now. And I want to be home. I'm getting older, getting closer to retirement. So it's time to do something that's a little more local, a little more laid back. So no matter which direction I'm going, I'm close to home, right? Relatively close. We have to go to Longueuil, Quebec, which is on the east side, but outside of Montreal, to pick up some bar to deliver to Hendrickson Spring in Stratford, Ontario, where they make leaf springs for highway tractors. You know, if we all do an awesome job, we all do a great job, then we can all have a job, and you know, we can keep getting new equipment. We do our thing and we do it right.
When we come back, transporting windmills with Challenger Motor Freight.
Call RS 2000. Saving Ontario truckers time and money. Call RS 2000.
Challenger Motor Freight. Once you get into trucking, it gets in your blood. There's something about it, you're connected to it. It's that movement of freight, that interaction of man and machine. Join our team and go the distance.
advanced welding techniques. Training for success. Come see our new virtual training lab at advancedwelding.ca.
Dragon Jeans, what Biker TV rides in.
It's the #1 training facility for motorcycle mechanics in Canada.
The course here is amazing. The teachers are amazing. This is where it's at.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division. Join the winning team. Tank industry leaders. A professional company with professional drivers. Late model equipment. Local and regional hauling. Now hiring professional drivers. A great place to work. Laidlaw Carriers Tank Division.
Not just anybody will jump in that thing and pull 200 feet down the road at 250,000 pounds. So I think it takes somebody special, somebody that cares a little more. I like the challenge of it.
It's a challenge, right? It's different. It's, you know, not a lot of people do it. It's very labor intensive, as well as, you know, the equipment getting into it. It's you know, it's not easy.
These towers that we're doing here, it's a 3-piece tower. The base section is 65 feet long, the mid section is 85, and the top section is 110 feet long. And then you have your nacelle, which is the generator, and that's on top, and then you have a hub and a nose cone, and that's what holds the blades, and there's 3 blades on it. So there's 9 loads in total.
We actually do it a bunch of different ways. We can either haul them out of the plant where they're made. There's various plants all over Canada and the US that we can haul out of. Also, like for this project, we're hauling them out of a rail yard, so they came in on rail to the yard to get offloaded, and then we load them and take them to the airport or site. This is the 4th year that Challenger's been doing this, and I mean, we've been pretty much busy throughout all those 4 years. We've done projects in Ontario, we've done projects out west, Alberta, BC. We've been down in the States a fair bit, Texas, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Montana, Colorado. So pretty much wherever there's wind projects, we're willing to go. Basically, I just oversee the on-site day-to-day operations of what we do here, making sure that, you know, people are getting loaded, letting them know where they're going, which sites, and also a representative for our company to our customer. It's a unique business for sure. I mean, you know, these things are big, right? And with that comes a lot of risk and responsibility to the driver as well as the steerman and everyone else involved. And you know, you can't get too full of yourself, that's for sure, because it's pretty easy for things to go wrong in a real hurry. I mean, you always have to be aware of your surroundings.
The first run is always the major one, right? Because you're checking for everything, whether it's tree branches, humps in the road, railroad tracks, intersections. I mean, yeah, ditches, you name it, and then how you're going to get around it.
So yesterday we got shut down because the weather wasn't favorable. There was snow on the road and it was starting to rain and it was still below freezing, so the road was starting to ice over, and it's just unsafe for us and all the other motorists on the road. It depends how much snow is on the road and like what the temperature is and stuff. Then usually you can't roll then. Rain, if you can't see over 1,000 feet, you're not allowed to roll. If your wipers are on constantly, you can't roll. Just little stuff like that that makes it a little bit more dangerous for the other motorists on the road, because I mean, our main concern is public safety.
You got to watch all the variables. You've got police officers with you. You've got to satisfy your permit requirements. So far as, you know, they say on there about the inclement weather and everything. So yeah, you got to keep an eye on everything. I mean, you got to take care of your team. I mean, we're usually working with a group, whether it be 4 or 6 of us or whatever the case.
Kind of a close-knit community, I would say. I mean, we all get along.
What we're doing now is we're taking them from the rail yard in Welland. We're bringing them to Dunnville Airport here, mainly because the site is not open right now due to some of the protests. So what we're doing is we're bringing them here to stage them, and then in the future we'll be bringing them from Dunnville Airport to the wind site in Jarvis.
We're not here to hold anybody up. That's not our intention. We're just here to do the job safely and to make sure that the public doesn't get hurt.
Well, just give them as much space as you can. I mean, it only takes a second for us to go by. I mean, yeah, you have a lot of the traveling public that think it's just a big pain to wait that 2 minutes or, you know, that 30 seconds.
You give us a wide berth. For the motoring public as well, this is something new for a lot of them, right? So, you know, they're curious about it. They want to get up close and take a look. And while we appreciate that, we also, you know, they have to understand that we are specialized. This equipment is big, and we definitely need our space to make corners.
Give us a little bit of time and we'll be out of your hair and your life will carry on.
We're rolling. Good, Mark.
Call us, email us, like us on Facebook. Send us a picture of your truck, and it might be on national TV. Old trucks, new trucks, dirty trucks, clean trucks. We all take pride in our ride. Next week on Trucker Television, we're back with Ashley from Laidlaw Tank. Haulin' Heavy with Kevin from Locomote Systems. And we're back transporting windmills with the Challenger Motor Freight team.